Hello ladies and gentlemen, this video will be about this powerful full moon which is taking place in 2 days in February in Sidereal Cancer. This is the actual placement of the planets and the stars. That's why I'm mentioning that we are speaking about Sidereal astrology. So actually, when you would look at the sky, you will see that the moon will be in the very last degrees of Cancer. The moon in Cancer is very benevolent because the moon in Cancer is on a throne. Therefore, I would give special attention to the moon in Cancer. Also, the other specific, beautiful event will be the full moon, of course, in Taurus. Both have their specific benevolent energies, and from both we can benefit and we can look at them as opportunities. I want to explain to you how I see this opportunity. First of all, the full moon is always about full. It is always about a lot. People who have full moons in the horoscope, which is basically the opposition between the sun and the moon, people always in the areas when the full moon is placed in their horoscope, they always have very vivid events taking place, high amplitudes of the events taking place, extremes, but it's always about a lot. It is a lot, it is big. This full moon is benevolent for two reasons. One is that the moon is happy in Cancer, and secondly, when we know what the moon represents, and it is the people in the mundane astrology, these are the people, the nation. So this certainly, there is no affliction. Even the moon receives harmonious opposition from Venus, exalted Venus, so this is good. Secondly, the moon is our emotions, the moon is our feelings, the moon is our health, mothers, home, comfort zone. The moon is a lot about us, and it is so much about emotions. The moon is about your feelings and intuition. This full moon could be amazing chance for experiencing spiritual events, for having amazing dreams, especially if you practice in lucid dreamings, like invoking the dreams that you want to see. This could be amazing opportunities. If you search for answers, you can meditate, and this will be the best momentum to have to receive answers. If you want to start, the moon is the memory. If you want to find answers, and if you also in studies in the Akashic information field, not only the physical information field, it is amazing opportunity. If you want to find answers for healing, let's say you have undiagnosed problem, this is really the day to because this works like a portal. This is the mother. You can really emotionally, if you have show love to your mothers, if you need to improve relationships with family, with mothers, this is the moment. This is amazing moment also for finding remedies, for herbal remedies, for mainly spiritually, of course. It is mainly about searching through your intuition. This could be great for improving friendships, like fixing relationships with somebody, because the moon is so helpful. The moon is on a throne. So the moon god Nana of the ancient Babylon is really joyful and can support you in many, especially intuitive or knowledge or wisdom based activities, let's say. For the ancients, you see the moon had, of course, very high hierarchy, and so Nana, the god of the Babylonians, for the Sumerians, this was Sin. It was a male god, actually, Nana, and it was the god of fertility, the nature, fertility. It was also the god which was about the cycles, ruling the cycles and the rhythm. Mentioning fertility, this is like a great chance to do your seeds, let's say. And I'm planning to put already in the soil my seeds so that they can germinate and I can later have my plants. So this is also amazing moment, this full moon in 2 days. So this is also Nana was one of the three gods from the holy triad. This was Nana, the moon god. I mean about the for the Babylonians. This was Inanna, Venus, and this was Shamash or Utu. This was the sun. So you see what major importance the lunar god had and still has. So I really see this full moon as opportunity, and I tell you the other date when the moon can really be an opportunity for us is when the moon will be exalted in Taurus. So these are the things that you can do. You can plant your seeds. You can do amazing spiritual work if you meditate, if you do different spiritual practices. You can invoke dreams and so on. Just 2-3 more words to tell you about how the moon exactly looks like. First, the moon is in the very last degrees of Cancer, and this is which degree is this? Because in the Babylonian astrology, every single degree from the ecliptic is where we have projected star from different constellations. And right in the last degrees of Cancer, we have the neck of Sidereal Leo, lion. So this is about pride. The neck is always, we lift our neck when we uplift when we are proud. So this is about pride. So we can enhance courage and in a good sense. We can, it is about dignity. It is about pride. So we can start loving ourselves, appreciating ourselves, finding who we are. It is about pride. The moon is your home. The moon is your comfort zone. The moon can be also related to ancestors because it is the roots, the home. So pride can always be related to your past, to your ancestors. So revisiting this is very, very important during this day. So this is about the specific degree which I find to be important. So the moon receives two harmonious aspects. Of course, it's a wide trine from Venus, but it's a trine. It's very benevolent energy from Venus and the moon. And then receives sextile from Jupiter. And there is absolutely no affliction. And I find this very good. So I expect the next 15 days to be actually very benevolent, because you see the first appearance of the moon, which I call the new moon, and not the conjunction between the sun and the moon when the moon is invisible. So the first appearance of the moon is determining how the whole month will look like, but then the full moon is really giving more insights and details on the next 15 days. So this was my note for you. Also, I wanted to add something. As you know, because usually when I make my monthly prognosis, I mention to you which are the dates appropriate for surgeries or appropriate for medical interventions, beauty procedures. Usually when the moon starts waning, which is happening as from 12th of February, the moon will be waning. This is the 13th lunar month of Babylonian Shabbat. So the moon will be waning. So this is more appropriate half of the month for any beauty procedures or for medical interventions, and certainly not for new beginnings. You cannot start new business, new projects when the moon is waning. This moon is good for other things which I just mentioned, and you'll certainly be pleased if you really can benefit from this full moon. So I hope this was interesting for you, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you can benefit from my small announcement, and see you very soon with my next video. Bye bye.